Hello, my name is Antonella. Welcome to this lesson about functions of modal verbs. Modal verbs reflect modality, the attitude of a speaker to the action. As a type of auxiliary verb, modal verbs are clearly an important aspect of language learning. While it's true that modal verbs are used much more commonly in speech than in academic writing, modal verbs still allow the speaker or writer to express useful functions. On this occasion, we will see the functions of will, would, should, and shall. Let's start. Will is used to talk about the future. I will back later tonight. Don't bother making me dinner. I'm busy right now. I will call you tomorrow. Also, it's used to make predictions, as for example, I think it will rain tonight. I'm sure he will be a successful lawyer one day. Another function is to make decisions at the time of speaking. I'm cold. I think I will put the heater on. Look, that's my boss. I will catch up with you later. Also, it's used to make promises, offers, requests, and threats. Example of promise: I will help you with your homework tomorrow. An example of offer: I will look after the children for you if you like. An example of request: will you tell Tony I called? An example of threat: if you cheat again, I will tell the teacher. The negative of will is will not or the contraction won't. It can be used for a present refusal. For example, I won't do it. The second modal verb is would. Would has several functions. First, it's used for offering things and substances, like for example, wouldn't you like a sandwich? Also used for making suggestions or inviting actions. Wouldn't you like to come with us? For polite request: would you help me with my homework? Would you mind helping me? To describe a person's habitual activity in the past, like for example, every morning we will go for a walk along the beach. We would get up at 5. To express annoyance or irritation at things that are happening at the moment. For example, you would say that. That means that it's typical of you and it's annoying. Another example: wouldn't you just know it? I knew that would happen and it's annoying. Also used to describe a past refusal. She was upset because I wouldn't speak to her. We often use would and wouldn't in place of the simple present, and sometimes in place of will or won't, when we want to sound less definite or when we want to be more polite. For example, that seems to be a good idea. That would seem to be a good idea. Thursday isn't or won't be convenient. Thursday wouldn't be convenient. The third modal verb is should or shouldn't. It is used to give advice or suggest what is necessary. You should see a doctor. You shouldn't drive too fast. Also to say something is correct or incorrect. For example, you shouldn't write your name at the top of the letter. In informal writing, should can be used with a similar meaning to must. For example, all students should report to the examination room by 8:30. We can often use should to talk about obligations and recommendations. For example, you should finish your homework before you go out. It should be ready by now. We use should plus past participle to express a desire that something happened in the past, but it didn't occur, or regret. For example, we should have waited for the rain to stop. That means, I'm sorry we didn't. You should have tried, it was unbelievable. We can use should in questions that are offers or request confirmation or advice. For example, should I phone a taxi for you? Who should I pass the message to? Should is also used in questions to express surprise, anger, or perplexity after the question words why and how. As for example, why should I do that? Or how should I know? I wasn't there. Our last modal verb is shall. Shall can be used for an offer. For example, shall I carry that for you? Shall we dance? Also, it's used to ask for advice when uncertain. For example, what shall we do? Also, it is used in formal language. For example, the tenant shall be responsible for all the repairs. Shall is also used to express ideas related to specific rules or laws. but be careful not to confuse it with must. For example, you shall obey the law. Kids shall not enter this room. Finally, it is used for expressions about promises or the future. For example, we shall be here at 7 tomorrow. He shall be in the office on Monday at 10 a.m. Using modals can make a great difference when you are speaking. It is very important and useful to learn them. To end this video, we have a question for you. What do you think is the modal you use more than others? Leave your answer in the comments. Thank you for watching.